for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On first down, Moyer. And he'll find Moreau here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. Second down at 5. Operating from the gun, Moyer. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a gain of 53 yards. And the Las Vegas first down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Moyer. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal. And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Moyer. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Bernardrick McKinney gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Moyer going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
31 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there. So now looking to claim the season series at home in KC.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Looking to throw. Moyer. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Back to the running game with Jacobs.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Moyer. And that is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
On second down now, it's Jackson. Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, He's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Again, Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Edwards-Helaire. And this time he is in. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs 7, Raiders 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
To throw on second down. Moyer. This goes out wide for Drake.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Moyer. Catch made. It's Moreau. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Here's Hill on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On second down, it's Jackson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly. And that time he just reared back and let it fly. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Throwing on first down. Moyer. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Moyer. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And Mahomes going to run again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They're just going to run it here up the middle. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score.
There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Let's go.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Mahomes throw complete there to McLeod. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From midfield, here's Mahomes.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moyer. Open man. That's Renfro. Touchdown.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Chiefs 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy, and in this case, it was intercepted.
On 1st and 10, Moyer. He dumps it off to Drake. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Moyer. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Moyer. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Moyer. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do?
And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfro with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man is Seth Williams. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the side.
And the Raiders have got him. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyler Higbee, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Hill to return it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Here's Mahomes.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mahomes to throw it.
And he finds Penny. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mahomes.
He is going to find Hill here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard,
had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Mahomes. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching